Hello everyone, this is Dansparce and welcome to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2, a Game of Thrones mod. In case you couldn't tell by the name, this is a total conversion mod which changes the vanilla Crusader Kings 2 into, the lands of A Song of Ice and Fire, more commonly known as a Game of Thrones thanks to the television series. Now, let's just jump right in. Single player. Okay. And now before we get started and I go over the different things that we can do with this mod, I would like to point out that if you are going to play this mod, turn off the Sunset Invasion DLC. If you leave it on, the Sunset Invasion might trigger, and then before you know it, the Aztecs are just completely controlling everything because, they'll just wipe everything out, and it will be a pain. So yeah, keep that turned off. Now, the default bookmark is the Bleeding Years, which we are not going to play as. We are going to scroll down and play as Robert's Rebellion. Now, the bookmarks cover everything from way back to A Feast for Crows, but I'm choosing Robert's Rebellion because I think Robert's Rebellion really is a good place to start because it has a lot of the characters that if you've seen the TV show or you've read the books, not even all of them, just if you've read the first book or seen the first season of the TV show, there'll be a lot of characters you know. And it's essentially the backstory for the first book. And it's also a good point of divergence, I think. Who wins the rebellion? Is it Robert who wins the rebellion, or does the Mad King manage to win the rebellion? So that's, I think, a good start date. Now, in order to decide where we are going to play, I'm going to focus only on Westeros. We're not going to explore or do anything with Essos for this Let's Play, at least not at the beginning. Maybe if we conquer maybe if we take the Iron Throne, maybe we'll wage war on Essos, but for now, that's going to be a big no. And to figure out which, part of Westeros we are going to play in, and we're also going to avoid the Night's Watch or the Beyond the Wall. We're going to focus just on the Seven Kingdoms, even though there's technically 9 regions that you can play as. The North, the Riverlands, the Vale, the Iron Throne, the Stormlands, Dorne, Reach, the Westerlands, and the Iron Islands. So, now anyway, to find where we're going to play as, we're going to switch to the Count, or the Lord view, as it is called in the CK2 mod. In the CK2 mod, the normal vanilla Count, Duke, King titles are removed, and instead you have Lord, High Lord, and King/Lord Paramount. And then the Imperial titles are sort of like special titles. So for instance, the King of the Iron Throne is technically an Imperial title, but it's a little different. Anyway, so we've done that, and then we're also going to select a random character. And we're just going to click this random character until we get a count who is located in Westeros. And that's going to be how we figure out where we're going to be. Oh, and here we are. Right away. Lord Selmond of Maidstone. The Lordship of Maidstone. He's a riverman. And where is he? Maidstone. Maidstone. Where are you? Where is Maidstone? There's Maiden Pool. Leicester, Harrowaystown, Saltpans. Where is he? Where is this place? So there's Blackwood. Where are the Blackwoods? Oh, okay, we're over here. Maidstone. Alright, so we're in the Riverlands. Cool. Now, we're not going to be playing as Lord Selmond's Stackspear. We are going to make our own character, who is going to be of House Sparce. So let's click the randomizer for a bit. Just find a base that we can work with. Not going to spend too much time on this, of course. He looks good. Hair color, let's make it darker. Beard, have to have a beard because I have a beard. That's a pretty good one. Hairstyle, don't really like it. Let's go with, oh, I don't know. Not really any short hairstyles that work too well in my opinion, but let's just stick with this one. Clothes are fine, background's fine. Eyes. Is there any eye color options? No, we're stuck with blue, are we? Oh, here we go, eye color, brown. I think that's brown. Whatever, good enough. Now, coat of arms. Now, I have done a few test games for this mod, just to see if it was working okay and to see, you know, if everything was good and fine, and I found a custom coat of arms that I liked. Now, because, you know, my usernames on all my things is Dansparce, which is based on Dansparces, which are a Pokemon based on a mythical serpent. That's going to be what I use as my sigil, is a snake. We're going to use... Oops, went too far. Go to 542. Now, we could also use this one, the knotted serpent, or we could use this coiled serpent. Excuse me. But I think we're just going to use this normal serpent. And we're going to have it on a blue background. And we're going to have it be yellow. I think that's good, but you know what? Actually... Oh, we can't change it. Oh, that's lame. I guess they removed the ability to make, like, crazy combinations of things. Oh well, that's fine then. This will be our coat of arms and our attributes. As I said, I've done this before, so I know what kind of attributes I want to apply to my character. Will be Dansparce. We're not going to change the culture of the religion. One of the rules that I made for myself when I was planning this was that whatever character I'm replacing, I'm going to keep their culture and their religion. So for example, if I was in the Iron Islands, then I would be obviously an Ironborn and then also a follower of the Drowned God. In the north, you know, I'd be a follower of the old gods and etc., etc. Anyway, so our traits. I'm going to be a competent steward. Let's just go ahead and do that. I'm going to also be lustful because we want children. I'm going to be proud, ambitious, and shy. And that combination gets me to age 25, which is my age. I just turned 25 on September 8th. Which is fairly close to the start date for this scenario, so it seems kind of fitting to keep that way. Also, not married, no sons or daughters. We're going to do that all in-game. Finish. And I think let's just go ahead and start. Right? Right? Yeah. Let's just do it. Play. Have faith in Joffrey. Alright, so we are in the Riverlands, and we seem to be in the part of the Riverlands that is siding with Robert in his rebellion, which is fine. And since I am not a High Lord or Lord Paramount, regardless of what happens with the war, I should keep my title. Get rid of those messages. Now, first things first, we need to choose an ambition. Get married. That is definitely an important ambition to start with. And let's just go ahead and search for a wife. Search all. Women. In prison. No. Married. No. Ruler, any, but we're probably not going to find... Corsair, okay. We're probably not going to find anyone who is a ruler. There's not too many young female rulers. And they probably wouldn't accept my marriage anyway, because they would probably want a matrilineal marriage. My religion, definitely. Any culture? Yes, any culture's fine. Actually, my religion... Actually, I should do my religion group. Does that, yeah, that includes old gods. Okay, good. Because, you know, we might want to marry someone from the north. So my religion group is a good way to go. Any culture is fine. Adult... let's choose an adult. Great house, yes. And now, because this Let's Play is going to be more of a roleplay sort of Let's Play, as opposed to just, you know, trying to, you know, conquer everything, there are a few little rules and things that I decide to make for myself. Andal? That's weird. Oh, because they're clansmen, aren't they? Yeah, okay. Anyway. So, what I was saying was, for instance, like with here with the Great House, I could search for anyone, right? But I am a lord. I'm not going to marry off, you know, I'm a lord, I'm a ruler of a, I have a title, I'm a ruler of a castle of some sort, you know? I have an army under me, you know, not very many bannermen, but I have a few. And I'm not going to, you know, just marry some, you know, commoner, some lowborn. So we're going to, you know, for marriages, we're going to keep the Great House open. Maybe if we have, like, you know, 7 or 8 children and, you know, they need marriages, we might marry off, you know, some son who has, like, you know, a trait that we really like. We might marry him off to, you know, some lowborn in order to keep the trait around. But usually, like, ourselves and our heirs and potential heirs, we're going to keep great houses only. We're not going to try and marry commoners, because that just, it wouldn't make sense, you know? And so that's part of it. And then we're also going to choose decisions based on our, you know, our traits and all that stuff. But that will be later down the line. And I should also mention very quickly that this video is probably going to be a little longer than normal, but usually I'm going to try to keep these videos to maybe about 20 minutes, and just have them be episode to episode. And we're not going to speed up, we're not going to slow down. It's just going to be a 20-minute segment at speed 2. Speed 2, it's, you know, it's slow for a normal CK2 game. But I think, you know, considering we want to see all the things that are happening with the other characters, Speed 2 is a good sort of slow pace that's also not too slow. So, anyway, back to the marriages. Let's see if we can find someone. Now, we can search for traits that we want. So let's see if there's any geniuses. There are no geniuses. Is there anyone who's quick? There's one person who's quick, but she's way too old. Let's try attractive. Now there are a few characters who are attractive. One of which is Cersei Lannister. Now we can try to marry her, but I don't think it will let us. Yeah. We're too low of a rank. You know, Tywin is Lord Paramount of the Westerlands, and so he probably wants to marry off to one of the other Lord Paramounts, or possibly a very prestigious and powerful High Lordship, but definitely not, you know, one of us. We're like a tier 3 vassal. Like, for instance, he's a tier 1 because he's a direct vassal of the king. You know, we're probably like, we're way down the line. Like, we're barely even above commoner in his opinion, so that's definitely not going to happen. There's also a Shara Dane we can try, but I think we're going to have the same problem. Even though she is the daughter of the Lord of the Red Mountains, he probably won't accept us either. Yeah, he wants a matrilineal marriage, and that's probably because I do believe she's second in line to inherit the title, which could be dangerous. I think usually if a female character is in the line of succession, they will only like matrilineal marriages. And so we can't really do anything with these characters. There's also Rachel, courtier in Darkmoor. She's someone from the Vale. Now, would she marry us? No. Also prefer matrilineal marriage. Is she in the... See, she's in the line of succession, so we're not going to be able to do that. Any of those characters, sadly. So we're going to have to search based on traits that we like. And so who do we have? Let's reset the window. It's a little glitchy, so I like to reset it after I've done my searching. Cersei would be great, but we can't. We just can't. Now, because we're such a lowly member of... we're such a low-ranked vassal, maybe we should just search for my culture group. Or actually, my culture. Stick within the Rivermen. Maybe get some alliances in the Riverlands that we could use. Not her, she's chaste. Oh, I know what we can search for. Let's try lustful. So there's 3, a 22-year-old and a 24-year-old. She's ruthless, oh boy. Naive appeaser. So there's Corrine. 6, 7, 11, 11, 12, 2, 7, 11, and 10. They might be possibilities. Let's go back to any culture with the lustful trait and see what we can find. There's this Unfreda. She's lustful. She also has leads from the rear. Well, women can't lead men into battle, so she probably would be useless. She's a silent sister. She definitely... Septas and silent sisters won't get married either, so they're pointless to try and court. Yeah, not really seeing anyone too special. There's this one, Joyeuse, courtier in Massey's Hook. There's my Linda. Marjorie. Oh, that's a different Marjorie. I thought that was Marjorie Tyrell for a second. Yeah, you know what? Let's go back to my culture. I think we'll go ahead and marry Jane Birch of House Birch. House Birch is... Oops. God damn it. Let's go ahead and mark her as a special character in case we lose her again. So, the Birches are... Where are they? Lordship of Birch Hall. Oh. That's odd. They're Rivermen, but they're in the Iron Throne sphere of influence. That is odd. Cultures. Yeah, all of this is Rivermen, but they're in the Iron Throne sphere of influence. There are enemies currently. Would they even... Could we even marry Jane? We could. Huh. Well, she is a character that we should keep on interest, as well as Corrine. Corrine is of House Wayne. Let's go ahead and mark her as special as well. She might be a possibility. House Wayne is where? House Wayne is actually in the Riverlands, but I think, yeah, he's neutral at the moment. Or is he? No. What? What is happening here? It's a different color. That's weird. Huh. Don't get why it's a different color, but... So she is actually on our side. Her family is actually on our side, so she might be a better choice. But you know, let's go. I don't normally like doing this, but let's go to the arranged marriage option. See who we could potentially get. Oh no, there's Phrase. Phrase might be an interesting choice. We're not going to choose Illyria. She's a homosexual. Melissa Buckwell. She's selfish. Yeah, there's some Freys. There's Malara Frey. If we would get an alliance with the Freys, which could be a good idea to ally ourselves with the Freys, even though the Freys are terrible people. House Page, House Grell, House Aaron. We could get an alliance with House Aaron in the Vale. Let's see. Let's see who has a... There's Cranogmen too. Para Pete. Probably not Para Pete. Let's check by stewardship. So there's Melissa Buckwell of Antlers. She's chaste though. Probably not a good idea. Lenice. She's a Reachman. Sir Russell of Bounty Hall. Lord Franklin of Hastic. Lord Emmerich of Red Bramble. You know, I might just consider getting... Oh, there's Shira Lannister. I might actually just decide to choose a Frey just to get an alliance with the Frey. That might be an interesting thing to try. So there's Malara and Jane. They're both bastards. Malara is okay. Jane, I like her things a bit better. You know, let's see if we can marry Jane. Oh, she's Jane Rivers. She's a bastard. But we would get an alliance, right? Would result in alliance with Lord Walder of the Crossing. And we would get a lot more prestige. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's marry Jane Rivers. Sorry, ladies. Made my decision. So that's our wife. And let's assign our council. Our castellan. Joshua. Okay. Our Master of Laws. Enid. Master at Arms. Waylon, definitely this guy. Master of Coin. We're gonna go one less to Duncan because we need Hobart as our Master of Whisperers because he has a 15. Maester, Orland, and Septon Harwin. Alright, so that's our council. They do not really like us very much. Why? I guess they really just don't like a lot of our traits. At least our Master of Whisperers likes us, though, so that should help. Now, where are we? We are here, right? Maidstone. Right. Good. Okay. We should probably assign our council to do stuff. How's our rebellions, first of all? They're fine. And our religion? Fine. Okay. So, oversee province, and then our Master of Laws. We're going to hold off on you, but you... Let's go ahead and train troops. Let's go ahead and collect taxes, scheme, and then perform charity. Now, we are part of the de jure Lordship of Blackwood. There we go. Black Rush. Fair Market. Now, how many men can he raise, I wonder? Black Rush. 825, and we can raise 757. So, we're getting close, but let's see if we can fabricate a claim on Black Rush. Just get started on fabricating claims, so we can kind of start to expand our influence a bit. Because we would like to expand our influence, even if we don't get to keep this title. Maybe we can give it to a family member later down the line. Just expand our family. And maybe eventually take the lordship of Blackwood from the Blackwoods. So, you know, that should be a something we work towards. Anyway, I think before we actually get started on playing now, I'm going to cut this video off here because I know this video is longer than normal, but I really just want to try to keep them as short as possible as well. So, until next time, folks, this has been Dansparce. Like, comment, subscribe, leave me any questions. You know, talk to me about Game of Thrones also. I'd love to talk to people about it. And follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Tumblr. You know, all of those good things. And until next time, bye!